research for control tools and systems helped me find numerous articles, journals, and research papers that discusses the purpose or the function of the control tools and systems. The main reason for using control systems that I've come across is that organizational control tools or systems is a systematic way of implementing structure for your organization's activities so that the manager is able to create and implement performance standards, targets, and plans for reaching company goals and objectives. So, as a manager, it's up to you to decide what information you need. It is also imperative that you make sure you know how you're going to get that information and how are you going to get that, how are you going to use that information to, or how are you going to respond to the data that you receive. So, in other words, what decisions do you need to make in response to the data once it's been analyzed? The manager must be able to decide what the standards are going to be and what measurements and metrics are going to be used to monitor and control the activities of the organization. Some of the management controls that I've found, found during my research are the feedback control model, the balanced scorecard, the hierarchical control, decentralized control, open book management, Six Sigma, benchmarking, total quality management, quality circles, quality continuous improvement, budgetary controls, financial statements, financial analysis, international quality standards, and corporate governance. Feedback control model uses feedback to measure how well the organization is meeting established performance standards and targets. So you have to establish performance standards in order to compare the organization's activities that you want to improve in a way that makes it possible to evaluate your employees' progress towards meeting the company's standards. In other words, you're going to create clearly defined standards that reflect the company's overall strategies. So you want to ask yourself these questions and be able to answer them. Are your established standards clear, concise, well defined, and specific to the goals of the company? Are your employees clear on what you expect from them? Have you made the processes to reach the desired goals clear and concise? Are they well defined? Next, you want to measure actual performance. So you want to develop clearly defined, very definitive methods for gathering your data and generating related reports so that you can effectively evaluate the performance. And you want to review those reports regularly to consistently monitor the company's progress in reaching the established standards. So, performance versus standards. You want to constantly analyze progress. You want to see if the company has met, exceeded, or failed to meet the standards by visual observation or by monitoring reports. You have to identify the areas that are problematic by noting which data has variances. Compare your data side by side. Make decisions on corrective action or supportive action based on for those variances. If you have to take corrective action, so if the data suggests that changes are needed, if the data shows that there are variances between the data, then you want to take corrective action. However, if the data shows the organization is performing well, then you want to either do nothing or give reinforcement to the processes that are working. One of the controls that I find interesting would be the balanced scorecard. Since this is a comprehensive management control system that uses traditional financial measurement tools in conjunction with control measures pertaining to the operations activities that impact the critical success components of the organization. So it takes an overall look at all of the processes in place for the company's progress. However, according to the research that I've done, this method is only effective when it's used in conjunction with definitive strategies and goals for the company. So it takes four major views: financial performance, customer performance, internal business processes, and it takes a look at whether you have room to grow and learn. For financial performance, this resonates the interest for that the company's activities add to its short and long-term financial performance. It uses net income combined with return on investment. So this measurement poses the question: are the activities of the organization or company contributing to the improvement of the financial performance of the business? Also measures customer service. So the customer service perspective measures how do your customers view your company? Are your customers loyal and are they satisfied? So this measurement poses the question: how are we treating the customer? Then there's the internal business process. So this measure focuses on the production processes and the operating statistics. So this poses a question: are we improving any processes that add value for our customers and shareholders, and are we eliminating the ones that don't? Another control I took a look at was hierarchical control. This has strict rules, policies, and documentation, centralizes authority, it has a formal hierarchy, and requires close supervision. So employees are kept at an arm's length. They have no participation in control processes, and it typically uses technology to control and monitor the. You want to make sure that the company, with whatever processes you're using, is going to provide room for the company to learn and grow. So it's going to measure. You want to measure for management their usage of resources and human capital. So you want to look at employee retention, or improving current products, and can we invest or add new products? In applying controls, it is imperative for the growth and progress of any business to implement various controls in every department and stage of business. Because you want financial success, you want the business to grow, you want to be able to invest, you want others to invest in your business, and you want your employees to be a success. Whatever management controls you decide to put in place, it's really going to be the what's what's best for the business. Exactly what processes, what stages need to be improved upon. This has been a presentation by Kimberly E. Marshall of National American University Graduate Program.